The second is faithfulness. It speaks about our trust and loyalty to God. Now, one of the signs of the last days is spiritual degradation. First Timothy chapter 4 tells us of the falling away from faith and following seducing spirit. In chapter 3, it speaks about increase of wickedness, loving self more than God, loving pleasure more than God, without faithfulness. We cannot go on until the end. Faithfulness is very important in our journey with God. God deeply values faithfulness to His people. Hebrews chapter 3, verse 14, it says, "For if we are faithful to the end, trusting God just as firmly as when we first believed, we will share in all that belongs to Christ." If we are faithful, just when we first started, the promise is we will share in all that belongs to Christ. Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. "Do not fear any of those things which you're about to suffer. Indeed, the devil is about to throw some of you into prison, that you may be tested, and you will have tribulation 10 days. Be faithful unto death, and I will give you the crown of life." Tribulations, persecution. We need to be faithful unto death. There is a demand for faithfulness, and we will receive the crown of life. Revelation chapter 17, verse 14. "This will make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb will overcome them, for the Lord of lords and King of kings, and those who are with him are called, chosen, and faithful." On the last part, when Jesus is going to come down to destroy his enemies, with him are the chosen one and the faithful. God deeply values faithfulness to his people. Matthew chapter 25, verse 21. "The Lord said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant." During the rewarding, Jesus will commend his servants. "Well done, good and faithful servant." We are all called for faithfulness. Faithfulness for Christ, for the church, for his words, for his work, and even for his ways. One of the illustrations that Jesus used about faithfulness, found in Matthew chapter 24, is when he said, "A faithful and a sensible servant is he, when his master comes, find him working." Again, we need to be faithful. And our model for faithfulness is God Himself. David declared in Psalm chapter 40, verse 10, I have not kept the good news of your justice hidden in my heart. I have talked about your faithfulness and saving power. I have told everyone in the great assembly of your unfailing love and faithfulness. Jeremiah testified in Lamentation chapter 3, 22 to 23. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Apostle Paul proclaimed in Hebrews 10:23, let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for He who promised is faithful. The God that we are serving is faithful. And so we are called to faithfulness. Whatever will happen, we don't know kung saan papunta itong pandemic, itong mga pangyayari. There might be lots of troubles, hardship. We know that God is always faithful. He will protect us. He will provide us. And ultimately, He is faithful to bring us home to His kingdom, heaven and heaven. Again, church, be faithful because He is faithful. God bless us. Yun na lang aron mahuman. Ano, buka na lang kung question.